Hi, this is MissMalini, and I am sitting here with two of the funniest people I have ever watched on TV. I'm such a big fan of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Thank you.
I wanted to know, how did you guys even get into that show?
Still wondering. No, I was working at Second City in Santa Monica, California, and I was in the touring company, and I was Ryan Stiles' understudy. And the producers were coming through town to look for more people to be on the British version, and he said, you should go audition for it, and I did, and got on the show.
What was your audition? What did you have to do?
I had to play games for hours and hours for the producer. So he was like, okay, now we're going to do this. And, we started with like 40 people, and by the end of it, it was just down to me.
Had you ever played those games before? It was just like...
Some games, but then there were some that they just sort of threw at us. The first time I auditioned, it was with my cast at Second City. And we were doing what you're supposed to do in improv. You're supporting each other, being very, working as an ensemble, so none of us got cast. And it wasn't until the next year I was auditioning in LA with people I didn't know, and it was like, screw them, look at me. And that's when I got it. So there's a lesson for your kids.
That's right.
That's incredible. Do you have actually a lesson for everyone in comedy here? So we are guilty of being like super slapstick in our comedy. It's like people falling over, pies in the face. So how do we move forward from that?
Is there a need to move forward?
Yeah, really.
That's
big slapstick
good stuff.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think even like when you look at the silent comedians like Chaplin or Keaton, they had a lot of slapstick, but they also had something more than that. And I think once you start adding to the slapstick, adding a little motion, then you get a little away from the slapstick and you add something else, and it just seems
like
to be
my favorites are when you guys like on the floor pretending like it's the wall or something.
Sideways
like that.
scene.
Yeah. Okay, so the Black Dog Easy Evening. What is that?
Well, there are difficult evenings, but we're too lazy, so we prefer the easy evenings.
Where we just relax and unwind and be funny.
Yes.
For people who want to pay money to see that sort of thing.
But what are you going to do? Can you tell me what are the kind of games you're going to play?
It's all improv. Some of them are games that you would see on Whose Line. Some are games that we've come up with over the years.
Can you tell me one?
We've been touring for 13 years.
We do the world's most dangerous improv game.
Okay.
There's 100 live mousetraps on the stage. Brad and I are barefoot and blindfolded. This gets into your slapstick area.
Yes.
It's the stupidest game in the world, and we've actually, over the 13 years we've been doing it, tried to get rid of it. But the audiences won't let us.
The audience loves it so much that we just still do it as the second to last game in our show because we know they absolutely love it.
Catch a lot of mice in the process.
Yes.
It kind of works
We
out.
hope.
Okay, so how do you guys unwind? Like, most people watch comedy to unwind. Do you guys watch yourselves?
God.
Not ourselves.
That
No.
certainly would not relax me.
No.
Whose line is it now?
I have no memory of what happened during any taping, so if I start watching the show, I get nervous hoping that I say something funny because I have no recollection from the evening.
So I know you guys were here last time because you told me your amazing interrupting pal joke, but what do you plan to do in India while you're here?
Actually, we have a little more time off this time, which is nice. We're actually going to see the cities that we're playing in. We have a couple of days off in Mumbai, so I think we're going to be part of Holi.
Tomorrow. Have you
Tomorrow.
ever played Holi before?
No.
OMG. It's like you get to be a kid again. It's like a huge water fight, basically.
I'm pretty
It's
excited.
gonna be good. But you should really oil up and put
That's
some
what we
clear
heard.
nail polish on.
That's
Yeah.
what we do every day
Yeah,
anyway.
when you
'cause-
work out. Anyway.
yeah.
So have you guys watched a Bollywood film?
I've seen Bollywood, but not like a full film. I've
I've
seen.
seen scenes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could be a character in a Bollywood movie, what would you like to be?
Well, I think the singing tough guy would be my
The singing,
character,
yeah.
right? Who would fight off 50 bad guys and then sing a song about it with some beautiful women just running up, and we'd all do the.
Okay, so you have to repeat after me, okay?
Okay.
Ye haath mujhe de de Thakur.
Yeehaw, what the tichawaka.
That was Japanese. What's wrong with you?
No,
You were more like a sumo wrestler.
Oh, yeah, he's a linguist.
romantic hero. Okay?
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay,
What?
So you have to say mujhe tumse pyar ho gaya.
That was Spanish. Oh, gringo.
It was Italian.
I feel like you guys will be amazing here. Okay, what was your first impression when you came to Bombay, though? Did you have one?
I think our first impression was being in the car, the traffic. You hear about the traffic.
It's like a game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you hear about Bigfoot, and then you actually come across it and go, "This is nothing like what I imagined." It was like watching a video game unfold at hyperdrive. But then, aside from that, the people were lovely. Were very welcoming. We were a little nervous about doing our show in front of a whole new audience. But from the beginning of the show, they just sort of embraced us and made us feel happy and relaxed. So we're so happy we're back.
I'm excited you're going to meet a couple of our favorite comics, Tanmay Pad and the whole gang from AIB, and I'm excited that they're going to do some fun stuff with you. Can you tell us when people can watch the show?
Our show is March 25th,
That's
Friday,
right.
8:30. You had
You
no
knew that.
idea.
No, March
It's
25th.
like, I don't know when the
No,
show
I do
is.
remember that.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I remember. But jet lag is
know.
hitting me.
Yeah,
so,
don't ask me where it is.
Yeah, no, it's in a building with a roof.
So what is, can you tell me what is either the funniest thing that's ever happened to you or the funniest person that you have ever met?
Well, I am the funniest person Colin has ever met, and Colin's wife is the funniest person. I've ever met.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, she is pretty funny.
Yeah.
What does she do that cracks you up?
Oh, I don't even know where to start. She's kind of like a cartoon character come to life. She's a lovely woman, very sexy, beautiful.
Make sure I put that in.
But she,
I knew if I teed this up, it would either turn into the greatest compliment or the worst thing that he's ever going to have to live
she's
down with.
lovely, but I could tell you stories. It's like I Love Lucy episode. She is
Yeah.
one of those people who gets into situations and somehow makes them worse. But she has she has a great sense of humor. She hired me for Second City. That's how we met.
Oh. And you floored her, obviously,
Oh,
with your dashing.
yes, I did my Bollywood tough guy singer,
Yeah.
and that just melted her heart.
Oh. All right, so message to everyone who's going to come watch your show, who loves you guys and whose line is anyway.
It's even funnier live.
Oh, it is. It's more interactive than the TV show.
Yeah.
You know, Whose Line came the closest to capturing what it's like to be in a live improv show, but there's nothing like a live improv show. It's once you go, you will add 15 years to your life.
Yeah.
You'll take 3 inches off your waist, and your IQ increases by 24 points. And only one of those statistics were made up.
Oh. All right, as is tradition, you guys have to tell me a joke before I get out of here.
All right. What do you do with a dog that has no legs?
What?
Take it for a drag.
Oh.
What do you call a dog that has no legs?
What?
Doesn't matter. It can't come to you anyway.
See, we unleashed.
This is Unleashed!
Oh! Oh, I didn't even mean that! Oh, yes, I did. I didn't mean
But
that.
she found it, so she's clever, and you're not.
Oh.
You guys, thank you so much for chatting with me. I hope you get enough sleep today. Really looking forward to your show and excited for you to come back again soon.
Thanks
Thank
so much.
you so much.
Bye.